I hope you're all keeping well, and welcome to my channel, which I'm hoping to grow into a community for virtual photographers. And for those of you who don't know, virtual photography is like photography, but we just do it in computer games. So quite a lot of modern games do have a photo mode, in which, well, as I will show you when we get into the game, it gives you the ability, quite a lot of the settings that are available in a camera. So you can set your depth of field, you can set your field of view, you've got all your different focus, all that sort of thing. But before I get going, I am just going to have a little look at the settings. So change it to AMD's one and see what that looks like first. And hopefully I've gone live. I have gone live. In fact, the last one went live, but for some reason it just didn't show. Oh, let's turn that down. Yeah, I've got...
Welcome to the second stream of the day.
Indeed, sorry about that. It just didn't... The alert didn't come up. So how are we doing, sir? You're still first. But yeah, the first one was me nattering about the update to this game, which I was very, very excited about. I haven't actually played it since it was updated, so I'm quite curious to see what it will appear like. And this does look better.
No, you just wanted 2 likes from me, didn't you?
Ah, that's 100%.
I was replaying this too.
Get on. But yeah, I just wanted to get as many follows and likes as possible. But yeah, it's... Oh, who did I just bump into? But yeah, I mean, there's no additional content, anything like that. Oh, hello, Neil. How are we doing, sir? Sorry, I didn't see that. Was you talking? Yeah, I mean, it's got a new update for prettier graphics, more ray tracing. Yeah, going well, mate. I've just had a week off, so that was definitely very, very nice. Oh, let's remember how to control these. That's what we want.
Right. Playing the Crimson Desert. It's awesome. It really reminds me of RDR2 with better graphics, not prettier.
Oh, okay. That actually sells it really well for me. Wow, that's a big difference, isn't it?
But it's crazy good. You could make some insane photos.
Oh, jeez. And that's why you don't jaywalk in America. What a way to start stream. I just looking around like, this is so pretty. And then that happens. But yeah, I mean...
I'm currently playing Icarus. Insane game but very buggy.
Icarus? That was GameCube, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of a different game?
You should really watch some trailers or something. I think you would be on in an instant.
Oh, really? That good? Fair enough.
Attack! Another attack!
I think I have... No, I haven't seen a trailer. I've seen some reviews about it, or headers of them, but I've not...
Game. Something like The Forest.
Oh, okay. Might need checking out. Oh my days, this is actually quite a big difference. I mean, I've not played this game for a while, but... Yeah, I am liking this so far. Yeah, as I say, I don't really know a great deal about it, but I think I've seen a review of Crimson Desert, because I was sort of interested in it.
Icarus is a survival game. It's very good, but the bugs at this early stage are there.
Oh, so it is a new game. Oh, okay. Because, yeah, I seem to remember there was a game called Icarus on the GameCube, or it's definitely a Nintendo game, and it was quite cartoony in graphics, which is their style. I don't
take reviews seriously at all for this game.
Oh, yeah, no. I very rarely do. It's one of the things I learned from films. So quite a lot of the films that I truly love were absolutely panned by the
Giant around it's so bad,
critics.
but the game is crazy good.
Fair enough. May have to look into that then. I mean, I'm still playing Separate Ways on Resi 4, and I do intend to carry on with Space Marine 2 because that was absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed that game so far. Actually, what am I meant to be doing? And why do I have my thing over the map? Hang on. Sorry, I'm going to have to do a little bit of an adjustment on the camera. Let's move that over there. I can't do the flip thing,
They
unfortunately.
tried to drown the game on release, 'cause it's Korean game or something. The game had some reviews, but they gave it 6th of October.
Oh, really?
Bullshit even on release.
That is a little harsh. So was it buggy when it came out, or is it your typical incomplete game? I haven't got a clue what the mission is. Hang on. Let's have a look. Gimme Danger, meet Takamura. Okay. So, for you guys looking for some insane action, I don't tend to fast travel much.
Especially IGN. They really tried everything in their power to make it seem bad.
Oh, really? They used to be good, was IGN. I didn't 100% agree with them, but they would generally give me a good idea on whether I'd like a game or not. Wow, actually, that's cool. You can see the light reflecting on his torso. Jeez.
Every game coming out is incomplete, and not tested fully because we live in the age of updates.
Yeah, and that is the downside, isn't it? I mean, back in the day, because it all came on disc and no one had their console connected to the internet, the game had to be 100% complete.
It's Korean, so there were some interesting design ideas, but the main problem were the controls problems, the interaction poker.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, I do miss the days when games came out complete. But
But they fixed all of it. They listened to the community and made the game 100% better in the 3 weeks it's out.
damn, you know some serious overtime was done to achieve that. 3 weeks. That's pretty crazy. This has got a really good sense of depth to it now. Wow.
It was not broken at all. Everything worked as intended. Just a questionable design, so nothing to complain to the point of giving it 6th of October.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, if the game isn't broken, it was just poorly designed, then you can forgive that to some extent. And I'm trying to think of another game where that happened. And I don't even think it was that long ago. Maybe 5, 6 years. Where they had to completely redesign some parts of it just to make it more playable. I mean, of course, talking about incomplete games, you've got No Man's Sky, but and this one. And in both instances, they truly committed to reaching the potential.
By to say hi.
Oh,
Not
hey.
really poorly designed either. Just not what we are used to here in Europe or USA.
That's fair enough. How you doing, Matt? You alright, mate?
You guys have a happy life.
Ah, thank you, my man. You have a good evening as well.
Hi, ain't lie.
I mean, because of the content of this.
See you next week.
You will... Oh, you won't actually, mate.
I played this games again a few weeks ago. The work they have done on this is amazing.
Oh, it's insane.
Enjoy what you are doing, Dan.
Thank you. But yeah, just so you know, I'm not actually here next week. I'm not streaming. I'm going to go to the cinema. So I'm going to be watching Akira.
Can't enjoy it. Hope you get it over with fast.
Oh, I seem to have missed out on a bit of a conversation.
No stream next week.
No, man.
Wow.
I'm going to be watching Akira at the cinema.
Enjoy the cinema though.
Thank you, mate. I most certainly will. I'll be going with my brother, so that's always cool. Wow, look at the reflections. I really should... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by shiny things. Yeah, Akira, they've done it in 4K. I mean, I have actually already seen it in 4K in the cinema, but it's such a great film. More than happy to go and watch it again. And watching it with my brother will also improve. Yeah, literally. The, what is it? 1990?
That's amazing.
What?
Best anime movie ever.
Ah, 100%. Absolutely loved it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It took 4 watches of that before I actually understood it. But, fantastic. Really was. Now, this is a
How is it
picture.
different?
It's just going to be slightly cleaner. That's all. You know, they've improved the resolution of it.
1988.
Oh, was that it? Wow. Damn. I mean, I was going to say I feel old, but I am. So, fair enough. Jeez, 1988. Wow. But it does actually feel that long ago, to be fair. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. Because I'm not a fan of going to the cinema.
Don't they have the bike on this game? Or at least a version of it.
Yes, there is one. I can't remember where it is, but they do have one. And I think somewhere around here. Let's see where we are on the map. Where are we? Let's count. How do we zoom out? Zoom out. Okay, so it is around about here. There should be a switch to turn all the lights off. Can't remember if it's here or... I think it's actually there. Right. We're going for a suicide run. Hang on.
Don't you buy it for OK the store?
Don't you buy it for the OK the store? I feel like I've gotten distracted. Maybe you do, actually. I seem to remember finding it somewhere and taking a picture of it. It's similar to the one that looks slightly like an early Bugatti. That one is actually in a mission that you find it. But yeah, this is a city with...
Killer is one of the best anime movies of all time.
Oh yeah, most certainly. It was epic. I mean, it's all hand-drawn as well, or painted. It's pretty special as a game. Actually, let's use this darkness while we're chatting. Oh no, that's...
Watch it then.
Oh, it's always worth a watch. Always. Okay, I'm trying to see how to frame my character. We'll do some... And this is one of the things I love about this. You can move your character, which is very cool. Gonna rotate a little bit. We're gonna have a little look at poses. We'll sort out all of the apertures soon.
That and The Diver are my favorite mangas of all time.
Ah, yeah. I did enjoy Godiva. I mean, I think for me, Akira, Fist of the North Star, which I thought were amazing. Ghost in the Shell, also great, excuse me, film of its time. Uh, I really do not remember this photo mode. This is shocking. I seem to remember there being an aperture somewhere, but I can't find it. Depth of field is on. Aperture. Oh, that's why. Autofocus was wrong. So we've got that on. We definitely need lights. So turn that on. Excuse me a second. Oh, a Ninja Scroll as well. That was a fantastic game. Definitely worth a watch. I mean a film, sorry. That was definitely worth a watch. And I am going to decrease the range because I don't want... I only want it on her. I'm going to have just a little bit as a tinge. So we want to drop the brightness slightly. I am no expert on lights, but it's really cool that you got this functionality. We are going to go for light number 2, turn that
Also,
on.
Crimson Desert content is crazy too. In 60 hours in and I'm still in chapter 4, start of the story. I'm still in the starting area.
Oh, wow. So it's huge then. Okay, that brightness is way too much. Go for that. Luminance. Drop it down again. I'm going for a very strange style, it appears, but it will make sense soon. I hope.
Huge doesn't fit this. Massive would be more accurate.
Oh, really? Because, I mean, that's it. I remember Skyrim was big back in the day, and then you had Red Dead and Red Dead Redemption 2. Those were big games. So I'd imagine this will be on par with those. I think I do need a third light. We are going to really drop the luminance on it. No, we're not.
I would say something like 2-4x of RDR2.
Wow. That is huge. Okay, I don't like number 1. Going to drop that as well. This is surprisingly difficult when I'm blind. I am not massively blind, but yeah, seeing details when you've got slightly dirty glasses is a bit of a challenge. But I feel that is much better. Okay. So now all I'm doing is adjusting it for the bokeh in the background. But I do feel that it is better on her. No, I do like that distance. And then what we'll do is we'll adjust the field of view. Raise it up a little bit until it makes sense, which is really about there.
I blame TOS for our bad eyesight. Those monitors and TS2 were artful low.
Yeah, it is actually very true. I mean, some of it, to be fair, is simply because, you know, I'm 50 now, so these things do happen. But my entire life has been on screens. I mean, granted, I was the generation where my entire childhood was outside, but when it was raining or um,
Digital register Artemis 2.
sorry, give us a second, mate. I can't read anymore. But yeah, when I was in my spare time, when I wasn't playing or anything or outside, I was gaming. And then teenage happened, and I got into PC gaming and all the old CRTs. And now we're on mobiles all the time. I mean, it's actually how we're evolving. Is we're all developing short-sightedness as a result of the environment that we're in with our electronic age. So, yeah, it's not something unique to me. Oh, I think we're all going to have it. But yeah, those monitors were not great in thesis, and well, no, I mean they were Dells. They were fine, but TS2 being a mainframe, I suppose that contrast didn't help. I don't know too much about it. But I do think the fact that I've spent most of my life looking at screens is probably a suitable reason or cause of it. And I am on my phone a lot, simply because all of these pictures, all the ones I take in real life, I am actually editing them all on my phone. All the videos I make, when I write music, I'm doing it all on my phone as well. You know, the ones on the little shorts and the videos that I make, that's literally all done on my phone. And the only music that I haven't written are the ones on my posts, which, if anyone is interested, is I put them on Instagram, which is my JedVP channel, which is exactly the same as what I've named this, so you should be able to find it. Have I actually taken this picture? No. Right. Let us carry on. I'm actually just going to put these glasses on properly, because that's a bit skew. I actually do prefer it with the lights off. I mean, not just because it forces me to learn how to do lighting, but also it just gives the city a more... It's just slightly calmer, I like to think. Then you've got locations like this that just look cool. And yes, I am going to get a photo of it. Although I will not spend as much time on it.
I watched the launch.
Oh, you did? I didn't actually see it at all. I am aware of it. I'm aware they went to the other side of the...
Water effects on that new PS5 are crazy good.
Oh, isn't it just? Yeah, I put it on full ray tracing and so on, so it is... Oh, sugar. It is very, very pretty. One little trick if you're unsure about the angle. Yeah, just look at the reflections on her eyes. Actually, that's kind of cool. So, I was looking about here. And that is actually perfect, so I'll get that shot. Yeah, I mean, this is full on. I think it's only 40 frames a second, that's the sacrifice, but it has got full on ray tracing, lighting, the lot. It is the best quality you're going to get on a console. I mean, I have seen on YouTube someone did like an ultra realistic version of this game on PC, which made me want to buy a very powerful PC so I could experience it. But I'm actually really happy with this. Yeah, it's not perfect, but for a console I only paid £4 for, and a couple of other consoles.
To buy the VR version of this.
Isn't that only on PC? If I remember rightly, it's not actually something that's readily available to us lowly console players. Because we're not a part of the master race. I don't think there is a VR on the PS5. If there is, I've got a headset here, and I think I've still got some contact lenses. That could certainly be a thing. That could be a very cool thing. I would love to play this in VR. I mean, ultimately, I'd love to play The Division in VR. I think that would be amazing. What are you doing? Nothing interesting. Because another good thing about having the lights off is you just need a good light source and wait for someone interesting to walk by. Like, oh, matey boy here. Good thing Matt isn't here. And it is one of those really interesting conundrums in that I feel one of the things that I warned him about is kind of wrong. You know, because I said about not playing this game because there is some very adult material in here. And I still stand by that. I think there are certain sexual expressions that a young lad or lady should not see. But it just struck me as strange that I was warning him about expressions of effectively lust. Whereas I didn't warn him about violence. And that just speaks to us as a society. You know, we are far more concerned with hiding anything sexual, whereas anything violent, even mildly violent, we're perfectly fine with a minor seeing to some extent. And I do feel the church is somewhat responsible for that perversion.
I'll even buy a PC, just play the VR version.
Mate, yeah, if I could drop that kind of cash, I probably would as well. Because I love this game. As I said, I've played it 3 times. I've owned 2 copies of it because I bought it on the PS4, which was completely unplayable. But it was still a great game. That's a better angle on him. And this is why I like the lights off, because that little bit of lighting on him is doing absolute wonders. Now his hat is slightly out of focus, and I don't like that.
But with violence and other things, you just need to have a look at the boys to show they have everything in that.
It is true, but it just seems odd that we as a society, like any form of nudity, any form of like sex is a perfectly natural thing, and I suppose to some extent violence is, but it's more on the spectrum towards love, whereas violence is more on the spectrum towards hate, and yet we're more comfortable with a minor seeing hateful things than love things, and that's sort of the thing that stuck with me after giving him that little heads up is, am I warning him about the wrong thing? Am I perpetuating that perversion? You know, like, if you think about it, the whole sex before marriage was purely a thing to benefit the father. It wasn't the children. You know, a father wouldn't want to be lumbered with a pregnant daughter, for example. And I'm talking hundreds of years ago, but even so. You know, because really, when you're young, it's the perfect time to have children, because that's when your body's the strongest.
Hasn't that always been the way?
Oh, I wouldn't.
Look at Tom and Jerry. That cartoon was pretty violent looking back at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not a modern thing. We're talking when the church was still powerful. That's when this sort of thing came about. You know, don't show your ankles and all that sort of business. All about modesty and basically being a prude. It's a societal thing. It's not a content thing. It's we as a people are far more comfortable with violence than we are with expressions of love. I mean, seeing people kiss and hold hands, that's one thing, but yeah, it's only last 20, 30 years that it's more common to see nudity on screens. Whereas before, that would be completely outlawed, but gunfights and things like that, I mean, westerns, you were watching people get shot, and that was what, 50s, 60s, something like that, 40s maybe? It's like some of the early television, early films. And yet, show a bit too much skin, and we were like, oh, that's uproar. So yeah, that's really what I'm saying. I think we were a little bit twisted as a people. Right, let's go to the market. Sorry to go all philosophical on you.
And YouTube shorts, the whole female or male modesty has been muted straight out the window. There's some V. It is kinda insane. I grew up watching all kinds of violence, but intimacy was super forbidden.
100%. It is such a strange thing. And because we lived through it, and our parents lived through even stricter, and our grandparents even stricter, we don't question it. But when you think about it, it's a little bit messed up. But yeah, as you say, Ainley, you know, it's gone very much the other way on Instagram and so on, because funnily enough, we like seeing a bit of flesh. You know, we like seeing scantily clad women, and women like seeing scantily clad men or whatever. You know, it's perfectly natural to enjoy those things because it's about natural selection. It is ingrained in us.
I do not understand.
Here he
Does
is.
Arasaka not have enough of its own people?
Look around, sir. Things are heating up in the city.
Hate to interrupt, but
Oh, perfect timing.
Goro, good to see you.
As it is to see you, V.
Yeah, I mean, I still stand by it. I think this
I
game
acquired
is
some information of my own.
way
Do you
too
know who
mature
most wished
for
to honor
that.
Arasaka-sama with the parade? His murderer. The irony makes me sick.
What's in it for Yorinobu? Doesn't seem like the kind who'd care to honor tradition.
That is so. Japanese heritage is one.
It's just our nature. I get
Yorinobu will
child
also
nudity
put
is
on a
part even for
display
our
of
older
power.
instincts.
The flaws
But like
are
why
sure to
blame
be
us for
beautiful.
something that
But
literally
the wise
kept
and
so?
I will see in them a
Intimacy was
hidden
always
message to
natural.
his foes.
What message that
That's right.
I
And-
am here, Gumindomo.
Let's just stop this so we can actually talk. Because I can't actually hear what you're saying. So. Yeah, it is so very, very true. In that it's... Without it, we wouldn't be here. You know, without intimacy, without reproduction. I mean, let's face it, it's a really fun way to make the next generation. And it is something to be celebrated. It's not something to be ashamed of. But,
Watch
as I
your
say,
backs.
I feel
Not one for
that...
subtlety, is he?
God,
Still
this
don't
is
see
too
how this
loud.
gets us any-
It is something where we as a people have been conditioned to not be ashamed of it, but to hide it. And of course, we pass that on to the next generation.
I have had an idea. Look to the sky.
I do feel like some change is needed, but what you generally find is when you lift these restrictions, it goes very, very extreme in the other way.
If I could just get
Like
onto Hanako-sama's float, I
this.
could speak with her in private.
Get there how?
Why jump? Of course.
Ugh.
And how you aim to manage that?
While you are
I
occupied.
can't imagine anything that would justify having to hide it. Like what had to have happened in history for this to be the case.
As I say, I think it's a role of the church. I think they have something to do with it, because they had the moral influence over people. I don't think they are the instigators. I think they were the tool for it. But that's where I think it happened. And as I said before, it's most likely because parents didn't want to have a pregnant daughter to be reliant on them for the rest of her life and their grandchild. And that's how it all came about.
Lots of ways to skin this particular
I could
cat.
be wrong,
Gonna
but
I know what you need.
for such a messed up thing, there must be some reason.
The church messed up a lot of stuff, TBH.
Oh yeah, to be fair, it's a common thing with religion, in that it starts off as passing on a pure message from an impressive person, but as they start to realise they have power, it's that old adage, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Makes sense what you are saying.
I think so. I'm glad it makes sense to you as well.
Let us move on.
Yes, let us stop talking.
But you know me, I'm pretty partial to good-looking girl when I see them low.
Indeed.
Where I just think socially as a species with all the av.
The security concerns me. The snipers especially.
Right.
I will be an easy target.
I'm going to step away because it's difficult to have them talking and us talking. Oh, very much so. I mean, I'm not a fan of religion, especially not the Catholics. I consider them to be fundamentalists of Christianity. That's a cool picture. But I feel that, as you say, they don't have the power. But it was something I was saying last week, is all it takes is for a way of being or a product to remain relevant for 1 or 2 generations, and then it's just normal. So even though they don't have the power, society has adopted that point of view, and it's normal because it's always been like that. So that's what I mean. I'm not blaming the modern church. Just someone in history was convinced to abuse their power to trying to do 2 things at once, to cause this perversion within us. I do think a lot of fetishes and stuff like that are a result of this perversion of power, in that you get told like natural things are really bad. You can't like masturbation, you can't enjoy playing with boobs or with bottoms or whatever. That's sin. You only have sex to produce babies. Anything else is against God. Like that could ever be true. And but as I say, that becomes the norm. So these poor little kids who are, like, especially the more sexual among us, are really frustrated, and they look for innocent things to sexualize, such as And I'm not hating on foot fetishes, but foot fetish. That's like a...
Foot fetish lol. That is just bullshit. Every restriction based on God doesn't make sense.
No, because the original message was lost. And, the absolute power corrupts absolutely. The church was incredibly influential. The whole reason England has a Protestant faith is because the Catholics wouldn't allow a king to divorce and remarry. Like the king of a nation. He was a bit of a douche, granted, but, that's the sort of power that they had back then. And that sort of power corrupts even a pious person. So, yeah, that's how I think it happens. And I just think, how do we get out of that? Because for a child to not pick up on that, you've got to be fully comfortable with expressions of sexuality, not...
Isn't that why Henry had all his wives' heads chopped off?
No.
But like if you look at any rule that God imposed from a different angle, it's all just a rule to make people in power even more powerful.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, if you think about the God as it's represented, and I'm going back to Genesis here, so the Jewish faith.
And every person who believes in such a God I find just dumb.
Well, I'll explain what the point before I get on to that one. So, with regards to Genesis, which is the gospel, so the original book, so the one where Christianity...
Blindly believes.
Oh, I know. I see what you mean. So Christianity and Islam come from the Genesis. So the only split between that is the Jews were like, well, he didn't complete the full Messianic prophecy, so he wasn't the Messiah, nor did Muhammad. The Christians were like, Jesus was a dude, and if you guys hadn't killed him, he would have completed the Messianic prophecy. And the Messiahs were like, yeah, Muslims were like, Jesus was a dude. And with Allah, if I remember rightly, he completed the Messiah prophecy. So that's where you get the split. But if you go back to Genesis, it is a horrible rendition of a god. I mean, if you bear in mind, they start off saying, this entity is so powerful, they created everything. And yet, if you worship anyone else, don't worship false idols, I'm not going to help you. I mean, if you've got that kind of power, you're not going to be jealous. You're like ask any parent. As long as you don't care what your kid plays, as long as they're safe while they're playing it. So that's I feel that the religions have twisted the idea of God. Now, I do believe in God, but I don't believe in Christian God or anything like that. I believe God is literally everything. It is the atoms, it is the system that governs the universe and everything like that. It is you, it is me. We are all a part of the same thing, but we're an individualization within God. So that's my concept. It is a bit of a messed up thing, simply because...
all-knowing, all-powerful, all-loving unconditionally. But if you don't believe, you will spend eternity after life in hell. God.
Exactly. And that's what's the greatest crime. We made God like us. Well, not us, but, back in the day. We gave God human-like qualities, and that put us in bondage instead of the freedom. It is just... You can't write this stuff, but unfortunately, someone did. It's just so messed up. So I genuinely do believe Jesus existed, and Allah, and you know, I do think these were some very impressive people who really clocked how the world works. I mean, there was a lot of debauchery going on back then.
But you're very right. Religion, and more importantly, faith is twisted by mankind to corrupt mankind.
Yeah, it is just a means of control, and it is such a shame that in all religions that I'm aware of, I'm not saying all religion, but all religions that I'm aware of, at some point it's got corrupted and just turned into dogma and
Sounds like a plan.
just a means of control.
You agree just like that? The risks are considerable.
Yeah, well, get more and more used to that.
And now, what would you say to a small test?
The whole book just seems like a fairy tale. The people might have existed, but they 100% wouldn't got sun or something unnatural, just flies.
That is all.
Uh-huh. And in the meantime, you'll do what?
So,
Crack open a can of suds?
I will not touch alcohol
sorry,
at work.
these guys are talking.
Now, get to it.
So
Hey, Judy, what's up?
oh God's sake.
There's no time to waste.
I mean, you know, obviously I'm streaming for a game, but it is a bit annoying when we're having such a deep conversation. Right, they should stop talking now. What was that? Yeah, it was... So I have read the Old Testament, so Genesis, and it is generally a story of, right, you are the chosen people. All you have to do is lead, well, not lead, but you just need to go to this point of land, place of land, so Jerusalem. It's yours. Just don't follow, you know, false idol. Don't worship false idols. Behave yourselves, right? And whatever bad thing happens, I'll clear a path. It'll be cool. These people carry on their journey. They get a bit comfortable with the new status quo, you know, an easy life. They start going a bit wayward. And of course, God is like, come on now, sort this out. You know, I'm going to give you a land. You are going, you know, things are going to be very good for you. You just need to carry on this journey, stay good, and you will make it. Get this wonderful piece of land. And yeah, that's basically what I got from it. That's all that happened all the way through, is God just continuously saying, will you guys behave yourselves? For God's sake. For my sake. And that's all you need to do. We will... Yeah, I'll honour my side of the deal. But I don't believe it, in all honesty. I think some of it is possible. You know, I mean, I do think it's possible that Moses split the sea. I'm not saying it's happened, but I think it's possible. And the reason why I think it's possible is, you know, that whole, if your faith is as strong as a grain of sand, then you can move mountains. And the thing you have to bear in mind, and this is, I can't remember his name, it's a philosopher, but I rather liked it. Your only interaction with the outside world is through your senses, right? So you've got touch. Now, we already know that through the magnetics of your atoms, you cannot touch anything. What you're feeling is the polarity of the two magnets pushing themselves away. That's what sort of pushes your skin, but you can't actually touch yourself. And sight and sound.
I'm convinced that there is any supernatural entity that is controlling everything or made everything. It just seems too much like S.
It's really odd that it can't read your whole thing. But yeah, something a kid would make up. Now, a lot of it would have been people were doing things which were either bad for other people or they were doing things that were really bad for them. You know, like they were dying as a result of it. Prime example, Muslims can't eat pork. And Jews can't eat pork. Now, it's not because the pig is a dirty animal. That's what they were told, but it's not because that. Is if you do not store pork properly, or if you don't kill it straight away, it will make you very, very sick. So if you put a religious spin on it, people were afraid of God. That's why they made him so scary and like a person, to put the fear of God into them so they would do what the person would do. And as I say, in the early days, that was actually the only way to get them to behave. And where the hell am I meant to go? So yeah, as a result of that, we've got things like, you know, like it's the year 2026 and Muslims and Jews are still not eating bacon. And it's because it's become dogma. It's no longer a functional piece of advice. And yeah, it's just a terrible shame that it's happened that way. Because when you start to realise, hang on, these people are actually doing what I'm telling them to do, they start coming up with all sorts of crazy things. You know, it's only recently,
Done. System's ours.
I think in my parents' lifetime, that it's perfectly fine to eat meat on a Friday.
To break into Arasaka Industrial Park will not be such a bed of roses.
And that had to be cleared by the Pope. You know, it's just like the immense amount of power. I mean, I am convinced that Roman Catholics were basically, the Romans like, hang on, instead of paying for an army, which is incredibly expensive, and especially when you then take over countries and use their army, which is also tremendously expensive, how about we set up a religion and these people pay us? And yeah, that's why I think
The best on the menu.
you know, that's how that came about. I do not think there's any altruistic
Anything that local, please.
motivation behind that church forming.
See you tomorrow.
Because you have to remember who killed Jesus. I mean, yes, the Jews were very underhanded and very instrumental in the death of Jesus, but it was the Romans who did it.
That's all. And when he
All
outlives,
religions are just superstitions that are proven wrong, or rules that make life easier for other people than the believers in the religion.
Well, that's what they become. It's not what they start out as. I mean, you have to bear in mind like Jesus, for example, he would, I think,
The whole religion banning fairly everyday things very strange and controlling.
yeah,
Would have got out things here for us not to find a
Bridge we might cross?
I think that,
We'll see.
you know, as I was about to say,
you never know.
I'm going to shut this off. As I was saying, you know, like Jesus was like, you don't need a church. You know, he was constantly arguing in the synagogue with the rabbis and so on. He was constantly challenging them. So, you know, trying to stop them being so controlling. And his whole thing was, you don't need a building to be at one with God. And you can have a relationship with God. That's the beauty of Christianity, is it's one of the few, if not the only religion that encourages you to build a relationship with God. Now, I don't know about all Christians, but I know certainly the Latter-day Saints put a barrier in the way, is you cannot have a relationship with God without going through Jesus. And I can kind of see where they're coming from with that, but I do think that's rubbish. But then, you know, of course, to have that community, to have that relationship with Jesus, you need to have a priest to guide you through it, and then that's where, you know, not only does the message get diluted, but that's where the control comes in.
What a
So that's my issue with religion. I think I've kind of really gone off on a tangent instead of gaming, so I do apologise to anyone about that one. But as you know, in any workplace, you're not allowed these conversations, same as politics, so it's been really refreshing to be able to talk to you guys about it.
1. We break into Arasaka Industrial Park.
I mean, I think religion is useful for some people.
2. During the parade. With my
But
help,
it's just not for me.
eliminate any snipers.
Wow!
3. I get onto the float.
Look at his cybernetics. I mean, I know there's a little bit of with his neck moving and so on, but that looks really cool.
I'm probably the only one here anyways.
No, appreciate that. Apparently we got 5 viewers, so that's really cool.
This your elaborate seppuku ritual?
But no, I'm glad you're alright with it. And I hope everyone else is.
You're trying to get us killed. Really
You know,
like to know
I
that.
have no issue with anyone following a religion or
But we have no chance. Hanako-sama,
really.
our only chance. You have nothing to lose.
Will you
As
guys
I
stop
do.
talking so I
I
can
see
just carry
what
on,
you are.
please?
Now we part. Reconnaissance is required.
Oh, and there's a time limit on this.
Don't let him off.
Yeah, got enough on my plate as it is.
Yeah, you
How you handle
you
that?
can be quiet, Neo, as well.
So I shall.
Right, finally. So yeah, I mean, I think religion is useful for some people.
For the masses to establish a general moral code, but if you depend on the code to be a good person, it is just bad.
That's a very good argument, actually.
He eliminated the last obstacle between.
Because the thing is if
If you need a supernatural entity to tell you what is good or bad, that's just wrong.
yes, it doesn't make you a good person. It just makes you weak. It makes you a scared person. You know, to be good, you need to have the potential to be very, very bad, or at least bad. Because if you have that potential and you choose to be good, that makes you a good person. If you do not have it in you to be bad at all, then you're just weak. That's all. And that's not a virtue in any way, shape or form. I mean, I think it's in Matthew, where there was a parable that basically said you use what you've got. You know, you've got to have potential. You've got to have use. If you are just, as I say, blindly following regulations and don't have any impetus to, or any weapons about you, like any strength about you, then yeah, you're just not good. And you know, having the fear of God is not the right message. God is all about love. That's the whole point. But yeah, going back to the potential for bad but being good. I mean, that's the whole yin and yang thing.
Enough with the religion face with tears of joy.
Ah, sorry, dude. But how you doing, my man?
Himself and complete power.
And they...
Surrender it to him.
Will this game let me continue?
Arasaka, an empire built to last.
Here's Richard Ian Part 3814.
Inside,
It's a good convol now.
began with him. The
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
our struggles, all of this. Ksa.
This conversation, though, in this game is just going on and on. That's good to hear, my man. It has got cold all of a sudden, though.
And disciplined man,
I mean,
the strongest man
compared to
I have ever
Wednesday,
known.
which was absolutely glorious.
And yet, at the
I mean, that's one of the...
Flame effects, that's really good.
Oh, mate, this game is just increased so much.
His band of hounds,
Like, having the extra ray tracing and so on. I mean, even the bloom of the lighting isn't extreme.
He did not. For he did not.
I mean, look at the lanterns and the light to just over
Their aim light thumbs up.
Talamuka's right shoulder. You know, that's really soft lighting and so on. It is just beautiful.
Do you understand?
I understand. Will you please shut up, Tanaka?
The consequences of his deeds.
Feels like that's about to change. As long as we get Hanako to
I mean, I do love this game, but this is going on way too long. Let me go out and kill something.
We must reach her first. Time for some reconnaissance.
Yeah, it's been very cold again since Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. It's always the challenge with spring, isn't it? You get these little glimpses of good times to come, and then it just goes straight back to winter. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I am all about hot weather. I love summer. So I am very much looking forward to having a bit more of that again. I think I've gone the wrong way. No, I think I do have to go down there. It's quite ironic that I was really praying for that conversation to stop. You know, with Takuma in the game one, but...
I even stopped off at the old George in Stony for pint.
Oh, nice. In the beer garden?
The weather is starting to get good finally.
I know, right? Yeah, it was lovely on Monday. So, I mean, and a bank holiday Monday.
Thank God to that low.
Yeah. They're old phrases, man. We still use today. And oh god or oh my gosh, as the less religious will say.
Horse in the beer gardens.
Good lad. That's it. When you've got nice weather, you've got to.
And now it's dropped again.
Yeah. But as long as it goes to the like, I'm just hoping that these cold spells are just it getting out of its system, so we have another really nice sunny year. Because I really enjoyed last year, and I most certainly want a lot more than that. Granted, it decimated our reservoirs, but it was just so nice, it was worth it. Yeah, it is interesting how some of the old phrases have got twisted around, though. I mean, quite often we just miss bits out of them. It's like, blood is thicker than water. Well, the full phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb, which completely twists the meaning around. A jack of all trades but master of one is what we know, but the rest of it is, which is still better than the master of one.
I'm off to Malta in July, so it's gonna be hot there regardless.
Oh my days, you're going to have a lovely time over there. Yeah, the YouTuber I keep telling you guys about, Two Wheel Dreamer, he's just gone down to South Portugal I mean, technically he was down there in February, but we're just watching it now. And, like, mid-February, like 15th, somewhere between the 15th and the 22nd, they were hitting 25 degrees. So, yeah, when you get to Malta, make sure you got some sun cream, mate. You're going to need it. But, I hope you have a wonderful time.
TBH, I'm so sick of people always giving credit to God. For example, you already heard this for sure, the surgeons and all that with 20 how.
Oh, mate, I'd hate to be a surgeon.
That pisses me off so much.
Because, now, the interesting thing is that a major part of their identity is faith. And, you know, you need to have faith to believe in God, because there's no evidence, like, you can't see God, so you need some faith to believe in it. So I get that. And you could argue by extension of, because God set the rules for the universe and everything, then yes, potentially he did have a hand in it. but it's still so unfair on the surgeon, who just spent 6 hours piecing little Johnny back together.
Saying the Artemis missions are fake just boils my blood.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't think...
There many times, always stay at the same hotel. The last time I was there it was 40 degrees heat wave every day.
Wow.
The pool too.
I've only experienced 40 degrees once, and I loved it, don't get me wrong, but the power of the sun was pretty extreme. I've never experienced anything like it. I mean, I'd love it, and I'd like that to happen again, please, but...
Like firmament and Earth being flat is insane.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to bear in mind, for ages, we thought we were the centre of the universe. You know, it was just normal. Was it Aristotle who, for a long time, had to argue with people that, no, we're not the centre of the universe because we're going around the sun. But no one knew that. And yeah, we did think the Earth was flat because no one had circumnavigated it before. It seems like an odd thing now, simply because how could you not know it was a sphere? Look at all the planets around you. But that's because we can see the planets. You know, they would have had a telescope which could potentially see the moon.
We don't anymore. We have satellites. We have evidence and all that, but people still do for some reason.
Oh yeah. See, I genuinely think someone somewhere thought, as a joke, let's start that one up again. And for some reason, it took off. Yeah, I mean, we completely forgive, was it the 1500s, maybe 1400s, something like that. People back then, completely forgiven. But anyone who believes it now, oh my days. You have to be a special kind of special to believe that. I mean, you know, yellow's your favourite crayon to eat sort of person. But yeah, it really has taken off, and people are like, oh yeah, but the horizon's flat. No, it's not. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, isn't it? It really is. In the modern age, some people believe that. I'm still blown away with how beautiful this game is. Considering how old it is as well. Jeez. It's just giving it so much depth. Although that was really bad lighting. Watch your face when you go under a light. Gosh.
You should watch Creaky, he reviews Flat Earth. And there's one that is really a crayon eater.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're window licking good, those people. And
I genuinely thought Flat Earth believers were rare, like 1 in 10,000. But when I see a full comment section under the Artemis mission videos.
Oh, really?
But how did they make it so far in life?
There is one very good reason why they made it so far through life, and it is through altruism and through bureaucracy. So what I mean by that is some people are just so compassionate that they don't realise that not everyone should make it. And then we have health and safety people who are bureaucrats.
There's thousands of comments about it.
Yeah, we've made this world too safe for stupid people. That's what it is. I mean, do we really need a little warning on a car battery to say do not drink? Honestly, if you need that label, have a little sip, yeah? I mean, jeez. Yeah, we've just made the world way too safe. And that's how we've got so many of them. Remove the labels. Move all warning signs. If you want to put a fork in a plug, socket, or outlet if you're American. Have at it, kid. You know, we've got a thing.
Natural selection stopped working, TBH. Like we talked about before, a little bullying is good at times.
But no, natural selection has most certainly stopped, and it's because we've got so many things to stop natural selection happening. Like, do not drink this water. There is a steep cliff the other...
Coffee saying it's hot. You
Yeah.
Be buying coffee.
Exactly. Yeah. It is... This world has gone absolutely crazy on that side.
But to the point of pushing them to self-improve.
That's where the problem lies. I mean, believe it or not, we have never had it so good as a species. Things are amazing. I mean, yes, things are starting to go down. Home ownership, it seems almost impossible nowadays. But actually, the world is a very habitable place for us. And especially now we're sort of seeing the effects of some of our previous bad choices. But it is gone too far, and we're far too focused on the little things. We are riddled with bureaucracy, especially over here in Europe. And as a result of it, departments that originally come in to genuinely solve a problem to continue having worth, they've just carried on coming up with these stupid rules and regulations and safety warnings. I mean, I still can't believe there's a law in America to say, you know, like jaywalking is illegal. That's absolutely crazy. You can't trust your own people to cross the road, so you made it illegal for them to cross anywhere other than a crossing. That's mental.
Of course, there is a lot of people who are not smart in your generation. For example, MAGA people.
Oh, I missed that one. Hang on. Oh, it hasn't come through. But yeah, there is that.
For reverse Darwinism, extinction of the thickest face with tears of joy.
Yeah, that's it. And the problem is, when you start making things so safe for stupid people, and you generally find people, and I'm not talking about like when I have to specify stupid people. What I mean by a stupid person is someone who does not observe the consequences of their actions. They are completely oblivious to it. You know, I'm not talking about those who are disadvantaged in an IQ way. That is genetics and not to be criticised, but someone who is so oblivious. The sort of person who is like, no, it is my right to walk into this zoo and pet little tiger. You know, those people. But yeah, because they don't see the consequences of their actions, they tend to breed more. The problem with these people breeding more is they start to distrust intelligent people. And that's when you start getting flat earthers. And you start to get people saying you can't be right because it doesn't fit my ideology. I don't care what your science says. You know, these are the concerns and the repercussions of making the world too safe for stupid people. I mean, yes, granted, those academically challenged or intellectually challenged, because academia has nothing to do with intelligence, they will probably go by the wayside themselves. But most likely, the warning signs were never going to help them anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. My word, have we really gone deep on this? I think I've only taken 2 pictures. Granted, most of that's because I'm just looking around going, it's so beautiful. This game. I love this game. That's it. I mean, as I keep saying at the start of these streams, it's like my goal is to have loads of virtual photographers or people interested in virtual photography to talk to and share ideas. Oh, thank you, mate. I have my moments. But yeah, like genuinely, there is always a lot of depth in this world. But you've got to look at history as a whole. I mean, the thing that I find most fascinating is even in early man, they were just as intelligent as we were. You know, we haven't advanced a great deal in that regard. It's just that we know more because we've got an entire history and of scientific discovery since early tools. But we seem to be regressing an awful lot. Like, and I'm sorry to go on the gender thing, but it has to be said, there are only 2. We've got science to back this stuff. Everything else is an identity, and if you want to identify as a gerbil, that's absolutely fine. But it's not a gender. And you can't be nice and teach this stuff to children. You know, yes, it's nice to be inclusive, but sometimes you just need to kick some people out of your society. And again, some of that is a repercussion of the sexual perversion caused by churches or religion, but things have got too far. And we just come up with such nonsense nowadays. But yeah, that's my little soapbox, and I'll get off it now. I know I've said that twice before, but we keep going on to different subjects. But it's now coming daylight, and we get to see this world in a whole new light. Literally.
On what is a women thing. It's everywhere.
Oh, I know. It's absolutely crazy. And the fact that it's gained traction and that people have been trying to be inclusive. I mean, like this whole DEI thing. If you need help...
I don't get why people are so scared to just be honest. Everyone has to be just too good of a person to validate their ego and view of tea. And it's getting out of hand.
And it completely goes back to what I said before. If you're too weak to stand up to someone who's telling you a fish can breathe air and fly, you're not a good person. You're weak. You need to be able to turn up to these people and say to them, I get where you're coming from. That's how you feel like it. I'm not going to change your mind on it, but just know that I don't agree with you. And that's perfectly okay. When did it become wrong to disagree with someone? It's like, how can you advance as a society if you're not allowed to disagree? You know, you completely limit your opportunity to get a different point of view. You know, I mean, I've had arguments that have been, well, not arguments, but disagreements that have been like revelationary to me. Things that I thought were like 100% set in stone, that's how it is. And through these conversations, yeah, it got uncomfortable, but someone's turned my mind around. Like, it's good to disagree. That's how new ideas form. But yeah, a lot of people...
It became wrong when people started throwing around the word offended.
I know.
The generation is regressing so much, and it's really bad when someone like me who is part of it sees it.
Oh, it must be heartbreaking for you. The face palm is strong in this one. You know, it's like you're seeing your own generation doing it, or at least with me, I can sort of laugh at them. But yeah, to actually see your peers doing it instead of like young'uns,
We're living in a time where telling the truth is a crime.
it does seem to be. Yeah, it is crazy, but you will also be the generation that turns that around. I mean, I think I said it to you last year. I actually still believe in you guys. You will turn it around when you start seeing this ludicrousness, and it's just seeing that it just doesn't work. You know, you can't let people just be themselves if they're starting to eat dog food because they identify as a puppy or something. You know, sometimes you just got to step in and go, actually, maybe we do all need to agree that science was right. It's a mad, 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 mad world. I mean, would I have it any other way?
I'm not
Probably.
sure about that. We are in disadvantage against the dumb people.
Yes. Unfortunately, there does become a point where the majority, the loud and dumb majority, succeed. That is certainly true. But I've already given you the answer. Take the warning signs off everything. You do not need to reduce the speed limit to 20 mile an hour just to stop people who are walking across the road looking at their phones from being run over. Keep it at 60 or keep it at 30 or whatever your speed limits are. Keep it as it is. You don't need to save these people. 30 mile an hour is a perfectly safe urban speed, simply because, yeah, you might hurt someone, but you're not going to kill them. 40, you definitely will kill them. 20 is just being pathetic. But yeah, stop that nonsense, stop making the world safe, take the warning signs off, and you should be fine in a few decades. Don't you dare shoot at me, man, I saved you. Oh, he's thanking me. My dude, I got you. I mean, yes, I'm also taking all their money, which you can politely ignore, sir, but yeah, I am altruistic. I did it out of the goodness of my heart.
When there's a risk of drowning.
Well, boys, got a feisty one here.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, who needs that? Yeah, I think that would solve an awful lot of problems. Stop trying to make the world even safer. And the problem with slowing down traffic is you cause them to bunch up, which causes traffic jams, which causes more pollution. If you want to be scared, watch Idiosyncrasy. It's meant to be a comedy. But, yeah, that will lead you along a dark path. I mean, there's a lovely bit of lore about that. When they were making it, the person who was responsible for like the costumes and so on, they were tasked with finding footwear that people would never wear. You know, because you need it to be dumb people, which is what Idiosyncrasy is all about. So, you know, what sort of footwear would no one ever wear? And it turned out to be Crocs. And you know how popular they became. Oh, hang on. I think I'm doing the wrong mission, but... how do you scan? There we are. think it's still morning. Let's have a look. Yeah, 4:18 a.m. We got time to go in here. Okay, we don't have time to go in here. I have to wait. I'm not sure how I've got here. I don't think this has anything to do with the Takamura mission. Wow. That's a little blown out. What time is it? Oh, it's midday. Okay. Okay. We're doing a photo thing. I'm sorry, but I do not have time for missions. That looks cool. Damn. Sorry, sir.
When I worked at CT, there were two people that would wear Crocs to work thinking they were acceptable footwear for work.
That's insane, dude. It's like... For those that don't know, CT produces suits. So, formal wear. In what world would someone think that Crocs are acceptable to turn up into an office for a company that makes such formal clothing? That's absolutely insane. Now, would you say that was a... what's the word? A privilege thing? Like an entitlement thing? Or would you say they were just window lickers? There's no polite way to put it. Oh no, that's interesting. So what I was trying to do is get this guy in focus. Which I think he is there, but whenever I...
Exactly, so you've got this person advising people on products, whiskey, wearing that as a choice.
Wow. That is not someone I would choose to hire. That's wow. It just beggars belief sometimes, doesn't it? You know, unless someone told you, you just wouldn't believe it.
It was a privilege thing because they kept getting away with it.
Ah, okay. Did you ever get that? And I hate this email, but they do happen an awful lot. An email going out saying you should not be wearing Crocs in the office. And the reason I dislike it is it shows, again, cowardice. Instead of confronting the person responsible, you address it to the entire company. I never got...
We're advising PPL on twill shirts whilst wearing Crocs.
Like, you just... Wow. In what world is it?
Never had that email, it went ignored.
Ah, okay. That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but you know what I mean. I don't like it when everyone has to suffer as a result of one person's either selfishness or lack of forethought.
In back.
Hey, how we doing, sir? You've just missed a couple of photos. That's all. I feel that's too strong. A Boca. I genuinely thought that pine tree was a person when the Boca was strong. That says so much about this. Right. Now, you may be wondering why I'm taking a picture of this graffiti, but it's because the penultimate playthrough on this, I tried to take a photo of it and I was never happy with it. I'm still not overly happy with this, but what I'm trying to do is frame it a little bit better. I mean, this is going to be a 4:3 portrait, so you can sort of ignore the left and right of this area. I'm not going to rotate the screen to show you guys. I don't need to be able to capture everything in there, but just imagine potentially...
A whole group cuss of one individual is just ego lifting, or you just don't have the respect you want, but don't deserve.
Yeah.
I mean, CT do some really nice clothes. There was one suit I really loved. It was a Prince of Wales cappuccino.
Oh.
Lucky for me, I got one in there.
Oh, dude. Unfortunately, my favourite suit shop closed many moons ago. So it was a shop called Giardino, which I don't think was a chain. I think it was just an independent, and it was in the city. And like, fantastic service, great selection, good shop. To give you an idea of its caliber, I then settled for TM Lewin. And so, yeah, I've always appreciated a good suit. I don't wear them anymore, but wow. But yeah, I will always enjoy suits. So I know what you mean when having a favourite one. And the joy of having a very good quality one. This guy looks interesting. He may not be, but he looks it. Nope, just a really cool hood. And now I want to have lasers coming out of his head because I'm a child. Let's take the depth of field off.
I remember your suits and wrists coats, mate. Very sharp.
Ah, thank you. They were TM Lewin. Yeah, the Giardino unfortunately was before your time. But yeah, TM Lewin are good, don't get me wrong. But this guy's stuff, there was just a certain flair to them.
My favorite suit shop is House of Cavani. They are pricey though.
I've never been in there actually. I don't think I've seen one, thinking about it. I might have to have a little nose. But I mean, I've still got 2 suits. Unfortunately, I'm not the sort of person who grows, so they still fit. Oh, he was the guy I wanted to talk to. What? This guy looks ill.
You my contact?
Look at those eyes.
Gonna tell me about this job?
Is that jaundice?
I'm just a man in the middle. You will learn more soon.
And here I am, I just took photos with lasers coming out of his head.
No. Shopping center by the intersection. Go to the butcher shop there. Ask for Placide. He will tell you the details.
I actually still get my staff discount in the CT shop as my email address on the system is still a CT1, so they give me the 50% off SHHHH.
Oh, dude, yeah, I will keep that on the lowdown. There's another thing that I really dislike that people do is if someone has something nice and they see it, they will complain about it, and all that ever does is take away the nice thing from the person who has it. And so, yeah, I am not that person at all. I would never complain because, as I say, all it would do is take it away from you.
Hate those people.
100%. Jealousy is not a good thing. Well, in balance, it is a good thing. So, envy, for example, is a good thing. Jealousy is bad. Because envy inspires you to try and better yourself to get what that person has. Whereas jealousy, just, you want to take things away.
A nice CT no iron till or poplin shirt for £19 is a good thing.
That most certainly is, because I know the price of those things.
Looking for Placide.
Placide.
I still have plenty of good certs, so.
C'est vous-même. Continuez. Placide, gardez-la.
Alright, my man. I took this picture before. Uh-oh. This is still early in the game. Like, I've literally just paid off Vic for the fixing me up after the heist in Osaka Towers.
Want to talk to your boss?
Qui ça ouvre?
Told me at the chapel you're the one to talk to. Mr. Hands sent me. Said you got merc work needs doing.
Okay, I don't remember talking to Mr. Hands.
Exactly, I mean envy can be used to better yourself. I mean look at us at Sis. You're one of the reason I will always dress sharp in the off.
Oh, thank you, mate.
Professional.
Mate, I proper appreciate that. Yeah, all emotions are good, it's just when they go to the extremes they become bad.
Welcome to Pacifica.
That's a crazy thing that some people do. Firing bullets into the sky.
You know Pacifica well.
You guys aren't exactly great
Like,
at
that
rolling out
can
welcome
genuinely
calls.
kill whoever it falls on.
Oh, you two work with each other.
That's right, yeah.
A close circle.
We both worked at the same place.
Spit the cash back out. All the toys here are grown from Corpo cash.
Yeah, it was good times. Just for the people.
Moons ago.
Yeah, man. Many moons ago.
Pacifica's biggest, ugliest temple to greed. But never finished. Until last week, it was deserted.
Oh wow, I knew I never seen you here before at Nielsen. 3,338, right?
Ah. Has been on here a couple of times, but you may not have been here. Well, more than a couple of times, actually.
Hey, Placide, we get out a bylaws. Okay, my pal Vinny Peter.
Yeah, you have.
But yeah, we've known each other for many, many years. We worked together for many years. But it's one of those things, like, you can have a bad job, but the people make it, and that's why you stay. And Neil is most certainly one of those people.
I see. I'm sorry then. Don't remember now.
It happens.
Thanks, man.
It's on the menu
I don't know.
today.
Credit where credit's due, my dude.
Doubt you'll be disappointed.
No
Oh.
worries.
Yeah, it was really odd when I left that company. I was glad to leave, because I needed to. But there's a lot of very good friends I left behind. But unfortunately, you know, this is a hard world to live in, so you've got to take your...
You want the animals out of the gym? Extinct?
make these difficult choices sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't just that. I also got to a stage where I wasn't learning anything and I wasn't growing as a person.
We did have a lot of fun back then.
100%.
Very different.
That is very, very true. It was. It was good times. Like, I genuinely enjoyed it. And our little chats outside in the out on fag breaks and stuff. It was like, I genuinely enjoyed it.
Daddy, maybe more. Vinina, we talk here. You sit.
And that's the thing, it's a shared experience, isn't it? 'Cause it's a horrific job sometimes, because people can be awful.
Do job. That is first. What the hell?
Could fucking tell me what you plan to do first.
You take job. You do what I say. So you check in now.
Or what? You got a line of volunteers waiting?
V, home stretch, almost there. Do not fuck this up.
Damn it. Here goes nothing.
Well, at least he's not likely to talk your ears bloody.
That's true.
Got a feeling we're not gonna become best friends.
I
No
still
chemistry.
speak to a few from there like Niall, Anthony, etc., but it was nice having spoken over the road.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, it's nice that you still catch up with some. I'm terrible.
Evelyn Parker.
I do meet up with some.
Together.
Not one of us.
She did work for you once?
Yeah, it is really cool. It
Why
is.
not send your own goons to the gym?
Like certain people you meet in your life, you do want to keep in contact with. I mean, we don't get me wrong, we did fall out of contact like ages ago, and then just
It is Victor.
you know you always bump into
Not at
people
all,
after a
Henry.
long time, and
We're
you
just
talk to them
cheapskate
like
tactic.
you saw them yesterday, and this is one of those experiences.
This chip. It have no signature. What is it?
Unimportant.
I
But
still find it strange that we never spoke about games and anime when we
Got a
worked
bullet
there.
to the brain.
But then
Hasn't
again,
worked
I
since,
wasn't in
that's
your
how.
team and I was over.
That is very true, but it is. Considering gaming is one of the main
decide, what do I do?
pastimes of me, it is shocking that we never spoke about it. I mean, anime, back then it wasn't as popular as it is now, so that I understand, but yeah, gaming, shocking. But most of the time I was substantially caffeinated and generally on way too much sugar. So
Pretty advanced.
I probably just
Doesn't
chatted
scream
nonsense
beef
at you for ages.
They watch it very close. It is important, whatever it
Placide.
is.
Batman Kelly have this on encore.
Fais me porte là.
Animals aren't the play here, are they? They're hired muscle. Someone else needed them. Someone with a van full of Netrunner tech.
I mean, I
That's where I
even
come
used
in,
to play
to sniff out
FIFA with Andrew, my manager, lol.
Oh, I did not know that.
Only see the city.
I didn't actually know Andrew was a gamer. He was a legend. I miss him.
Why, what for?
You are my vessel now. To Agua, I see what you see, hear what you hear. I will guide you to GIM.
Another voice in your head. Just what the Ripper Doc ordered.
So, aim to keep an eye on me. Shows trust. Alright. Anything
He's
else?
a football coach now.
Find out people
Oh, is he?
They will show you
Oh,
what is
cool.
inside the beast.
Yeah, that was unfortunately one thing I could never bond with him over, because I've
Got it.
never been a football
So I
fan.
do this and you put me in front of Brigitte, right?
Yes. Suti at end of the hall. Go down. My people will let you pass. We are done.
He's a walking
None too fond of
wall, though, isn't he, this
strangers,
guy?
Are you?
People
Jeez.
like you. Stick out.
Meaning?
I was more one franc, as you know.
Yes, yes. Sorry, it said 1 franc, but yeah. Formula 1, yeah. I just never really watched enough TV to get into sports. I mean, controversial view here, so I apologise, but I feel that football's an idiot sport. But
Seems so.
if there was anything for me to get into, I used to really love British touring cars. And rallying. So if I was ever to follow anything, it would probably be those.
It was so good having the office there, when they did the street track outside the office.
Oh, wow.
Popped in to get a drink, lol.
That must have been amazing. Because that was Red Bull and... Was it Mercedes? Or was it just Red Bull? I don't remember because I didn't see it. But yeah, they went up and down Midsummer Boulevard, I think.
No, it was just Red Bull.
Ah, right. I mean, to be fair, that was a few years ago. I'm impressed I remembered got at least one team right. Yeah, for a little while, I made petrol tanks for racing cars. Which is very odd for a call centre team manager to do.
To celebrate them winning the championship.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, as I say, I didn't see it, but it's cool that you got to. But I mean, as you say, you were a Formula 1 fan, so that must have been an amazing experience for you. See how I can work with this lighting. So definitely like the leading line on this. I definitely like the depth of...
You end up making fuel tanks?
Well, it was back in 2008. The global economy crashed. And as you know, we used to deal with credit cards. So I got made redundant. And after about a year and a half, I mean, literally not even the job centre had jobs for me. Like, it was getting very depressing. And my elder brother, he worked for the company that made them. So he got me a job there. Well, I mean, I had to have an interview and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, he put me in front of the people to have that position. And, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't start off doing that. I was doing the electrics inside them. In between. So I was actually there at the formation of TSIS. So before they became TSIS, they were a company called Merchants. And that's how I progressed to team manager, was during that transition from Merchants to TSIS. And the contract I was on just wasn't profitable for the bank we were doing it for, so they just stopped it. And yeah, I was made redundant. And yeah, it was a very difficult time because there just weren't any jobs, so I went all the way through that redundancy money.
Merchants, I actually installed the desks in there when I worked for Specialist Office Services.
Oh my days! I did not know that. That building doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, so I had a break in between, and so I went there, and as I said, I started off building like all the electrics and the internal plumbing. Then I went into stores, and I did the cutting table, and then finally I was making petrol tanks.
It was 2008 when I put them desks in there.
Oh, I would have. Oh no.
Yeah, it's now gonna be flats.
Yeah, that's right. I would have been on the ground floor, so I wouldn't have seen you. I don't think. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I didn't know that. It's a small... Well, I'd say it's a small world, but it's a small city. Really, it's not that big. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed making petrol tanks.
The desks on the ground floor too.
Oh. How long ago was this? You say 2000... Oh. That's interesting. So I didn't get called back till 2010, and if they're putting desks in back then they would have had another contract.
We used to do all the work there, so when coming the guard already knew me.
Oh, that is very interesting. I'm not going to take it personally. I mean, at the end of the day, I had a very good redundancy package. It was just unfortunate that I spent it to survive rather than having it as savings. But yeah, that is interesting to hear. But no, it was. The thing is at that time it was merchants and Thesis that made Thesis Managed Services. I think this is. I'm pretty sure this is in the public domain, so I'm not like breaching anything.
Hello, Master Snapper.
Oh, here he is. How are you doing, Sean? I hope you're keeping well. Like, your pictures of the magpies and the robins, absolutely amazing. I think it was round a feeder was the magpies, but your robins shots were great. Oh, that's good to hear.
Hello, Shauna. Thank you, kind sir.
Oh, credit where credit's due, honestly. And you had a really great shot. It was a black and white shot. It was a cherry blossom tree. We had the pink on the cherry blossom. Very well composed. Thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. Was it? Oh. Oh. I don't know why I had it in my head. It was like a much smaller park or someone's back garden. That's some impressive shots. Ah, yeah, no, that makes sense now. Ah, I might have to go up that way. I actually genuinely enjoyed those shots.
Know the way in? Was told you would.
Yeah, garage in the back.
But shh, quietly, yeah?
Anything interesting happen over there?
Since we are
Lovely
here,
carpet of bluebells out now.
Oh,
No
yes.
one out?
That's the good thing about spring. The weather may be unpredictable, but the flowers you can guarantee to see. It is a lovely time. I mean, where I am it's still a little bit sparse. You know, where I tend to take photos is quite sparse, but I'm still training myself to see light. So I am more than happy with that. But yeah, there's nothing better than going into a forest or something like that and just seeing a blanket of bluebells. Everleigh Park is a great place to go to for that sort of thing. To be quite honest, it's just a lovely place to go to, full stop. But yeah, it's extra special when you have a camera with you. I do need to go there again on my own. I've only ever gone there on special occasions with family, so of course I'm not going to take a camera. Ah, nice. That's a beautiful place, Linford Manor. I haven't been there in probably like 10, 15 years, something like that. Yeah, just don't attack me. Let me go through. Well, there goes your peace and quiet. Is there a block in this? Nope, but bullets work.
Now you're gonna get it. She's almost...
One down. Oh, what's health on this? It has genuinely been months since I've played this. Well, that was a moment. I think I found health. It's fine. Okay, which is perfect timing because I need to kill these guys. Is it that? Is it that? That. It's up. Fine. We got it. We're fine. I know it's almost time to end the stream, but Shaw's just got here, so I'm not going to end just yet. Although I bet...
That saved me so much.
Wait a minute. I'll read that in a second when these guys are dead. Oh no, this is practically a brand new game. New save. So, I've done the Osaka Tower. I've gone to see Vincent to pay him back for all the repair work he did. And I've done a few side missions, but that's literally it. So my character, I've done a few of these. Oh, and I also did the Delaware thing as well. But I can't remember. Cyberware. Yeah, literally I am basic right now. Although, I'm starting to build my credit back up, so I may be able to improve it at some time in the near future. And there's a very good chance...
Well, Emma, go watch the Hail Mary. It's the end anyways, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
In 2 weeks,
You
do...
do... Oh, thank you, my friend. You have a great fortnight. I'll see you soon. I could do the mission, but I could also get on a bike. I feel like ending this stream with me hooning around the street, taking a picture of me hooning around the streets, will end this experience well. I can see myself...
Okay, I would get fire monitor, and also a tip for raising skills is the nanowire implant.
Ah. Thank you, sir. I will do. Yeah, it's only one day. So instead of streaming next week, I'm going to be going to watch Akira in the cinema. Yeah, it's the 4K version. Let's line it up. Oh, of course I've run out of road when I've finally got it lined up. Okay, this is going wrong. I think this bike is a little bit too powerful. I would recommend it. I mean, yes, this is the second time I'm going to see it in the cinema, so it's not like you'll never have this opportunity again, but there's a good chance you'll never have opportunity again. So it was 4 or 5 years ago. I have never learned to ride a bike. And where did I learn to drive? School of Life. But yeah, that was some pretty shocking riding. I can't even be angry. That expression is a bit rubbish. Let's see what we can do about that. Why isn't there anything for V? That's a bit annoying. Because that's a rubbish expression. So we'll line it up like that. I'm just checking, actually. So I'm doing the rule of thirds. You probably can't see it on your screens, but where that yellow and... I'd say it's a purple, but I'm probably wrong. Building in the background, that's going to be the upper line, and the bike's the lower one.
Probably will go see it. Yes, I've seen in 4K, but watching it on Cinemas Creek will be nostalgic.
Oh yeah, most certainly. It's a great experience. It really is. I mean, I actually think I saw it on IMAX the last time I saw it in the cinema, and it is epic. Really is a great experience. So yeah, go and see it, man. It's not often you have a great film in the cinema to watch. You like a guaranteed great film in the cinema. Because I've always found going to the cinema a bit of Russian roulette, because it's so expensive. You want it to be a good film, and I get terribly depressed if it turns out to be terrible. I really cannot write. That was pretty shocking. I mean, it was this way, wasn't it? Yeah, I will always stick to the 4 wheels instead of 2. Oh yeah. But it is such an epic story. Right, let's get off this bike because I am a danger to myself. I don't remember this being too long a mission, so let's just go in and kill everyone.
I get what you mean. The last film I actually enjoyed was Predator Badlands.
Yeah, I heard that was good. I haven't seen it myself.
Right.
We'll have that. I think the rest is junk. Yeah, the thing that really did it for me was what started this was Final Destination. I went to the cinema to see that, and that was such a shockingly bad film that I just felt cheated.
It even worked. Said this place was abandoned years ago.
Okay, this actually quite an epic fight if I remember rightly.
Did I just...
Yeah.
Don't watch Screen 7 then low.
Oh mate, no. I watched the first one. I thought it was rubbish. Like, genuinely a waste of money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still traumatized by that truck with carrying the logs, but yeah, there was... Yeah, I was upset by it. Almost as upset as I was when I finished Moby Dick, the book. What a massive waste of time that was. But yeah, ever since then, I've been a little bit tentative about going to the cinema. But yeah, it's great. Sometimes they do put on the old classics. Like one Christmas, I went to see Die Hard in the cinema, which was a cool experience.
So did you ever read the Atira comics?
I don't think I read all of them. I have read some of them. I've also read some of Fist of the North Star. And I've definitely seen the whole TV series as well as the film. One surprise, actually, is... And you have to trust me on this, because I'm going to say the word live action. But the live action version of Crying Freeman was actually fantastic.
My battery is dying, so have a good evening and see you tomorrow, bro.
Thank you, bro. You have a good one. I will see you tomorrow.
They're aiming for them to make a sequel. Like they have with Dragon Ball and keep making series.
I love Dragon Ball, but I stopped watching it. And now I feel like it's so much. I'm so far behind. There's no way I would ever catch up. It's like Naruto or something like that. It's just impossible to get into because it's just so big. Jeez. Alright, I'll take some health. How did you see that? She just tried to kick off the wall. Fair play. A little bit optimistic considering the bulk. I am actually going to end the stream here, I think. Because it is quite a bit past the time, and there's no way I'm going to finish this mission anytime soon. So, just want to thank you all for keeping me company throughout this. I got too absorbed in the game, conversations, and...
I've always kept up with DBLZ, but the transformations is crazy now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, and I got distracted by the beauty of this game. Yeah, you have a great one, buddy. Thank you again. And for everyone else, I will... The photos that I did take, I'll put them on Instagram, and that's JedVP, similar to this channel. So you can check out those. You can check out my off-stream VP photos and my real-life photos. So I should get them on tomorrow. But yeah, there won't be a stream next week, because, as we were discussing, I'm going to the cinema. So I hope you have enjoyed this stream. Give us a like if you have. Give us a follow if you want to see more. But either way, have a great time. And I will see you all soon. Alright, goodbye.